Hello. Are we streaming? Let's find out. Is it on? Yes. Oh, yay! I hope you can hear me. Let's find out. Okay, beautiful. Long time no see, but now we see. Oh, yay! Let me check once more that if we are live. Yeah, amazing. We are going to draw this beautiful flower. Okay, all good, all good, all good. The sound is there. How's the sound? Okay, all good, all good, all good. Welcome. Oh, welcome. Yeah. Hi. Namaste. My name is Ashwini, and I'm super excited to be here to draw with you. This new series of drawing is called The Birds and Blooms Drawing Hour with Ashwini. Uh, let me check. So there is a warning for me in the stream. It says the stream's current bitrate is lower than recommended. Oh, that's because we are having a little storm and our lights and internet is flickering here in the valley, rather on the mountain. I live on a mountain. Let's see. Never mind. After all these settings, let's draw. So yes, namaste, welcome. My name is Ashwini and I'm happy to be here with you and draw with you. You are here in my studio online. Mm, Last year, we did a series of drawing that was bark drawing the eyes, and this year, something special, something so close and unique to my practice of art, that is birds, flowers. So, this is Birds and Blooms Drawing Hour with Ashwini, new series every Thursday. So today we started at 10 a.m. Pacific time, which is 10:30 p.m. in India. Okay, let's draw. Supplies wise, I will switch camera so you can see this. So for the supplies, all you need is a paper. This is a nice white paper. I have this beautiful reference image. So I'm using an iPad right next to my drawing, where on the stream you can see this beautiful flower reference. That's the exact same I'm using. Uh, did it switch? Yeah, awesome. Okay, you need a pencil. Any pencil will do. To start off a drawing, I usually go for 2H, and you can also review these materials in my previous drawing series, which lives on YouTube. That is bark drawing. This is 2H, and this is like a long magic wand which will create magic on our paper. See if I can turn this light a little. Okay, now more light there. Yay! Okay, this is 2H. H is hard, so this will make marks that are not so strong or bold. So the lighter pencil, and then I have an HB, which is H hard plus B black. This is a pencil holder because this pencil is getting smaller, so I use a pencil holder. And again, magic wand. How to get to these beautiful points? Perhaps in the next session. For now, you can have any pencil that is, essentially sharpened, so it's not a blunt pencil, so you can make beautiful marks with that. And I have a kneaded eraser. Kneaded eraser is very much needed in my practice. So the kneaded is KNEADED. You can actually knead it like atta, atta ke jaise goond sakte ho isko. So just like dough, you can knead it. So just FYI, I will speak in both English and Hindi to invite and welcome the beautiful creative beings from across the continents. Global, English, and global includes India too. I'm originally from India. So I'll speak in Hindi as well. It'll be fun, see how this new language sounds to you. It sounds to your ears, and yeah, it's fun. And I'll be literally translating what I just said in English to Hindi. It's an exercise for me too. Okay? That's all. And if required, we will use this pen eraser. This is a pen eraser. पेन जैसे होता है लिखते हैं वैसा ये इरेज़र है. इसे थोड़े नाजुक जगह, डेलिकेट एरियाज हम इरेज कर सकते हैं. सो दिस इज़ यूज्ड फॉर excuse me, erasing like gentle, delicate spaces as we further move into our drawing process. Okay, one more thing which I forgot, so let me grab it somewhere in the studio, but I can't see it right now. It has to be right in front of my eyes. Breathe and find. Oh yay, found it. Okay, you might not see me. Peekaboo. Okay, this is a regular sketchbook. Let me switch camera. So just a regular sketchbook that I use for better this way. I use for just sketching and practicing and all of that. So now I have it, so I can show you some. Was it good? Yeah, good here. So when I mentioned the 2H pencil, it's not as dark. So this is the kind of mark it makes. It's hard. Of course, I can build up and, but inherently, I hope that's correct. By its nature, it's not as dark. Okay? And the purpose is to begin your drawing with, make some marks on the paper, block in. And that's what we're doing here, a warm-up. Circle, lines, horizontal, vertical lines. And notice I'm not drawing like, of course, that's a way, that's like, fluttering lines. And now see whoops, I dropped it and I was like, okay, I don't want to, break. गिरा दिया मैंने इसको. Thankfully ये नहीं टूटा. So in Hindi, gira diya means that I dropped it. So see the HB pencil compared to the H. Naturally, by its nature, it can go darker. So perhaps you might have like pencils that are 2H, 4H, lighter marks. 6B, darkest. So just some warm up so that my arm is moving, and also notice that I'm not holding my pencil in this tripod's grip. Tripod is when you are writing, signing your name. ट्राइपॉड ग्रिप होता है जब आप जैसे अपना नाम लिखते हो, कोई भी लिखने के लिए. आजकल कोई लिखता है क्या पता नहीं, बट हाँ लिख सकते हैं. लिखते हैं ना, क्यों नहीं लिखते. you know? मुझे लगता है कि ये साइकिल्स होती है, ऐसे कि पहले लिखाई होती थी हाथ से, फिर अभी ड्राइंग हो रहा है, पर अभी भी लोग हैं जो लिखते हैं, वो लिखना पसंद करते हैं. ऐसा नहीं कि ये सब चला गया. सो व्हाट आई जस्ट सेड इज दैट there are people who still write, and you might be that. And we are moving in cycles. It's not a linear journey that, back in the day there were writings and now it's all typing. No, it's a mix of both of these. So it's not going linear in like a linear arrow. It might look like that because for the human nervous system, that's how the time flow is registered and recognized, like a straight arrow. But yeah, it's like cycles of things that, here in this era, there were writings on the parchment paper with the ink, and then it evolved into, say, writing with ballpoint pen, and then it evolved into typing. But now we have all these possibilities when we are here, that yes, we can use ink, pen and ink and parchment paper, plus we can use the ballpoint paper, plus we can use typing, and so on. Yeah, so that's how I see this evolution. Anyway, little philosophy, because in the parallel universe, in real life, I am a yoga instructor. I also have a yoga YouTube, so check it out. After this warm up, you can do lines and angled lines, which we'll be using. Oh yes, I was speaking about the tripod grip, and then I went into writing and this explaining this whole thing. So this is the tripod grip, and the other grip is a baton like grip. So you're holding the pencil, like open the palm, and within these knuckles, you're holding the pencil like that, very light, curl the fingers, and the thumb supports that hold. So it's like you're conducting an orchestra like that. Okay? And that gives like the shoulder movement. Whereas the tripod gives me more of the knuckle and the more of a knuckle movement, and both have their functionality, both have their use. So not just one is better than the other, that you should do this or do that. It's like, what is the application, what is the need of the hour. आप क्या करना चाहते हो, अरे करना क्या चाहते हो. So अगर आप ट्राइपॉड ग्रिप से पकड़ रहे हो तो आपको छोटी चीज़ें ज़्यादा फोकस के साथ, इंटेंशन के साथ ड्रॉ कर सकते हो. अगर ये बटन लाइक होल्ड कर रहे हो तो पूरे शोल्डर के साथ बहुत ज़्यादा एरिया कवर कर सकते हो. ओके, ब्यूटिफुल. So now let's go back to the drawing. This is a beautiful soft drawing, smooth paper. I love drawing on smooth paper. And for the clarity of visual, I'll be using the HB pencil to start with, and then I'll use a darker pencil once we block in. So I'm trained in the classical manner. Oh, my story. You may know my story. Let me see which is visible on this live stream on camera. I mean, what is that area that's visible? So, like, this is visible and this is visible. Okay, so I'll mark the top of the flower here. The reason I marked the top of the flower is that, first of all, this camera is wonky, little wonky. Straight now. Let's see. Move over here. Okay, perfect. So that I'm aware that I'm not like, expanding. Of course, it's an expansion. What you're drawing, it's an expansion of your being. So top of the flower, where that topmost petal is, and the bottom of that flower. And you know that these lines are dynamic, they are movable, okay? Or like that. Then I'll mark the side of this flower, the left side, and the right side. So I'm aware that this is where the flower is going to be. I could have made it larger because there's a lot of paper here, but that's okay. And this is a good size, and if I need to expand, then I do have room, okay? Beautiful. So I was sharing that I'm trained in the classical atelier tradition, and I'm also trained in the impressionist color and cubism, post-impressionist tradition. So all of these perspectives offer me a sense of my own integrated practice. So think about a Barg, classical Barg plate. That's the first, that's how I'm approaching this. I'm drawing like, I'm trying to find the little over center. You might say like, oh Ashwini, you've drawn a box. Yeah. That's the whole idea of block in. It's a block. Okay, that's good. And I hope you can still see this. If not visible, I will change the pencil. Let me actually change the pencil. So instead of an HB, I'm grabbing now. Hope you can still hear me. I'm grabbing a B. Let's see what this does. Okay, back. So this is a B, and just to compare on our sheet, that's how darker it can go, even darker than. Okay, next, so I meant that darker than the HB. Okay, so now when I'm constructing this flower, this is a beautiful daffodil. It's springtime in the Pacific Northwest where I am. So originally from India, now in the Pacific Northwest. So I'm finding, let's see, I'm taking the measure on my iPad where I have the reference photo. Okay, this is where the kneaded eraser can be helpful. So one way to use the kneaded eraser is clean up and then knead it. What's that? Okay, knead it so that it's like a self cleaning mechanism. ये अपने आप से clean हो जाता है. कई बार होता है कि जैसे वाइट इरेजर से आप रब करते हो और फिर वो वाइट इरेजर वो डस्ट ले के वो काला पड़ जाता है ना, और उससे ये होता है कि फिर ये पेपर पे भी जब आप इरेज करते हो तो वो सारे धब्बे आ जाते हैं, ठीक है. सो दैट्स वाई नीडेड इरेजर, ये self clean so it doesn't give you the dhabba. What I've just said in Hindi is when you use like a white eraser, or any other eraser that other eraser, it when it when you rub it on the paper to erase something, it can have marks on the eraser itself, and then when you erase again, it can leave those marks on the paper. That's why kneaded eraser is the winner. Yay! So getting all these, as you can see on this reference photo, I'm getting the angles of is want this like that, slightly over this. This can go slightly over. Let's see, longer. Anyway, good for now. We'll shift things. Yeah, this is more like that. So I'm getting the angles. Okay, then okay, a little exaggerated that center. I'll speak to what exactly I'm doing. Okay, so the flower has how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 petals. It's like a 6-pointed star. I'm constructing a container that contains that star. Okay, this is called envelope or envelope, an envelope. Okay, so this envelope contains that. Okay, if it's not still visible, is it? Let's say it is. I will darken my marks. So the reason I start very light and not as dark, now you can see, yeah, is the eraser process, the process of adding something and removing something becomes more gentle, I would say, or more intentional, that more clean, purposeful. That's why I start with lighter H pencils. But again, it's important for me that what I'm doing is visible. If I change this, now it's visible, but we need light. Okay, fine. Moving on, once I have this, I can go ahead and clean up these marks that I put in the beginning, and hope we are still live. Let me do a live stream check. All good. Beautiful. Oh. This reaction is because oh my god, I did not record this whole part. It's okay. Let's draw. I learned something new. Okay. चलो, अभी मैं हाइजीन क्लीन अप कर रही हूँ जो एरिया मुझे लगता है ज़्यादा noisy हो गया है. You know what has become a little noisy in that process of constructing, cleaning that up, okay? And that's how it works, right? When think about a construction site building, there's so many things and equipments and whatnot, and then eventually when the building is all built, then it's so beautiful. So that's how I'm cleaning this up. Okay. I kept the central axis lines so that it's just helpful for me. Okay. Then, so all these points are the tips of each petal of that. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Like I said, it's a 6-pointed star. Now I need to construct the central core like that, like the bulb or a glass or a cup, the central cup. Let's say cup. And for the central cup, I will use my observation to construct that little, actually it's like a circle. See, so geometric. It's so geometric. It's a cup. Straight lines. Still the construction is going on. It's very geometric. It's like a bulb or an ice cream cone. And yes, we will refine this, huh? I won't keep it just like that. Okay. Next, I will mark the angles that are going through one petal to the other. Now, of course, you don't have to be as technical, but some of you may know my story that, and if you don't know, I'm sharing it now and all the time, always. So that's the story is I'm an engineer. I'm originally, what is the origin, right? I'm curious, like, what's the origin? I'm an engineer from India. I did my electronics and telecommunications engineering from India. Then did my master's in electrical and computer engineering from Canada. Then became an artist and a yoga teacher. So in this Leela, we call in yoga, it's a Leela. It's the flow of life. Creating getting that angle. So there's a trick to how you can get that angle. Perhaps in the next class I can share. Essentially, you check it. What time is it on the clock? Okay, this is fine. Just marking. Still construction, more construction on the first layer of construction. Okay. So the top and the bottom petals almost have it already there. I like just going in a flow like a dance. Okay. Okay, so we have connection of the top and the bottom petal, the left bottom, right top, left top, right bottom. Okay, now the actual petals. Oh, let's actually put the stem of the flower. Oops, I'm gonna break a pencil for sure. Oh, the stem of the flower is in this angle. Let me just talk about that. What time is it technique and grabbing a darker pencil. So imagine this is your clock. Okay, 12, 6, 3, 9. So that stem of the flower, if I were to put it on the clock, what time is it? It's like 12:35 or 7:05. Yeah, that's the concept. So you check the angles of all your lines, that what is the time on the clock. So that's the 7:05 or 12:35 angle I got. Okay, need this. What time is it? We are halfway into this session, and if required, I'm here. I'll stay a little longer until we finish the first stage. Actually, this is the first stage. That's how you construct, you block in, establishing the geometric envelope. Okay. Next is refining planes and features. Okay. So now what are planes? The ones that they fly in the sky. Yeah, they're planes. प्लेन क्या होता है ना? प्लेन होता है आकाश में जो उड़ता है. प्लेन होता है plane as in simpler, and another plane is switch camera. Oh, cool. Can I use this? Yeah. So this thing is a box. It has a top plane, side plane, front plane, side plane. Okay. And when I turn it, it reveals these planes from different perspective. That's how you go into studying or creating scenarios and paintings with 1-point perspective, 2-point perspective, based on what is the angle of the top, front and side planes, how they are visible from different angles and perspectives. Okay, back. So that's the plane we are interested in. And by the way, the plane that flies in the skies, that plane also has planes. Okay. So all these petals essentially are front facing. They have a single plane. They are not as thick as this block that I showed you. Okay. Here better. Here. So they're more like flat planes because the flowers are delicate, nazuk. But of course, although they're delicate looking, they withheld the storm. So the storm that we are having, so windy and so rainy. It's beautiful though. But the daffodils that are blooming on the ground, they are, although these petals are like rice paper, they are thriving, they're happy. That's how they're constructed, built, designed, or strong yet fragile yet strong, the paradox. So these petals are stronger than they look, yet delicate than you think. So now I'll start getting into the angles. What time is it of this petal? Hmm? Still holding the pencil like this, just very easy peasy. This easy peasy comes with practice. Trust me, I started drawing like this. Slowly, slowly, slowly. Let go. And I started maintaining my distance from the tip of the pencil, and it gave me freedom. See? So fun. Yes, so it gave me freedom to dance. The pencil as a tool, not something as I'm controlling, which can happen. And it's beautiful because why? I'm not saying controlling is beautiful. I'm saying that in the beginning that you notice how you're holding the pencil. If this is a tight thing happening, see the muscles are contracting. That's like energetically, subconsciously, you're holding something so tight that you're in a way, yes, controlling the result. And of course, you have envisioned the result and you want that result, but at the same time, getting to the result is a process. So slowly observe the tightness and let it go soft and easy, and then dance on the canvas. Okay, so my drawing session is like a philosophy class, just so you are aware. So in Gita, Bhagavad Gita, कर्मण्येवाधिकारस्य मा फलेषु कदाचन. That what Krishna is telling Arjuna, that do your work and don't worry about the result. But at the same time, it acknowledges that yes, the result is inbuilt in that work that you're putting. So the work itself is the result, that you're not in a waiting room that this will happen, because you are making it happen. Yeah. Okay, the star is born right here. See, so simple. So see that I'm seeing through, connecting these, not dots, but lines. So how this petal relates to this petal, finding relations, still very angular. But yes, magic happens. Trust me, it happens. That's why we have this magic wand in the hand to make it happen. And it's a part of the journey. Like, suppose frustration, yes, of course. Oh my God. Like, I do get frustrated while drawing. Something doesn't turn out as I envision. And it's a part of the process. Like, that's the journey, right? That if I get frustrated and I'm like, okay, I'm not doing it, that's versus, okay, I got frustrated, I took a break, and I breathe and reflect on what's the process. If something needs to be tweaked in the process, can I go a little more gentle and fluid, or can I go more structural and meticulous? If you are evolving like a river, wee. See, it started to look like a flower or a star. So the meaning of my name, Ashwini, means a star, a constellation rather, nakshatra. Naksha meaning map, nakshatra, the star map, constellation. Awesome. Okay. Now facets and planes again. First of all, cleaning up. Now we have a good structure happening here. So some things that we can let go are these central lines. I don't usually need them now. मुझे अभी इनकी पेपर पे ज़रूरत नहीं है क्योंकि मेरे दिमाग में वो बैठ गई है जैसे मैं कंस्ट्रक्ट कर रही हूँ. It's synced in my brain that okay, that's how the rhythm is unfolding. So I can let go of these lines and make it more clean. Oops, 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 oops. Josh, Josh में I also let go of these lines. So Josh may meaning in excitement of cleaning up. Never mind. Chale chalo. Let's continue. Okay, nice. So this method allows you precision and accuracy. Now, like you're here and you're like, what are other ways to do it? I'm curious, Ashwini. Of course, there are other ways to do it. For example, let me get a clean page. For example, one can also draw like this. Still holding back, although it's a tripod, not here, but here. And it comes with practice. You know, these are not the things to sabotage you from, oh no, मैंने पेंसिल यहाँ पकड़ा, अब मेरा गलत होगा. नहीं होगा, कभी ना कभी तो सही होगा और हो भी रहा है. So what I just said was, oh no, I held the pencil at a wrong angle, now everything is a mess. No, you're learning. So mindset is the key. So yeah, one can also draw like this. There's no one way. It's not just my way or highway. It's all the way. See? So you can approach it like this, more organic, less construction. Yeah. Depends what's the intention. Are you like just sketching for fun, or are you creating? No. Yeah. So anything is possible. See, this is so fast and I'm like spending an hour on constructing that one. Yeah. So yes, it's a possibility too. Again, this gives more precision, more professional approach, I would say. More fine approach. Okay, now the core, I do need some angles here. It's not as long as I had it previously. Again, this is a perspective idea that it's getting like narrow here at the bottom. Now this is where I'm switching to the pen eraser to go more deeper into cleaning mode. यहाँ पे अभी मैं ये वाला इरेजर यूज़ कर रही हूँ, पेन इरेजर. और एक चीज़ थी, पता नहीं वो अब कहाँ है, देखो ढूंढो. What I just said was there was one more thing that is missing. Oh no. Is it fallen on the ground? Yes. Okay, rising up from the ground is this brush. So I have this brush to just clean the eraser dust. So I'm not doing it with my hand and get like the black dust on the hand and all of that. So just a nice, soft, beautiful brush. If you are interested, I'll link all the supplies in the description below. Okay. More angular. This gives me again precision. So it's up to you, like how organic, fluid. So one of my mentors, Steve Houston, taught me, I learned from him, was structure and gesture. So you have both the sun and the moon. That's how I perceive it in the yogic world also. The Surya, Chandra, Tejas, Ojas, both. The fire and the fuel, the structure and gesture, as Steve puts it. Okay. कुछ ज़्यादा ही लंबा नहीं हो गया ये? थोड़ा अंदर करो. So I just noticed that it's gone like way out to the right. So I'm getting it in and erase, erase, erase. Okay. Need another tool here. This paper is moving. My setup wasn't all prepped. This is a nice binder clip. I'll clip my paper. It's a workout, so it won't move. Still leveled. Perfect. Chalo is, let's go. हो गया is done. Bonus Hindi. Okay, we have 10 minutes and I can spend 15 and finish it, or 20. Okay, now I can erase more precisely. This is another eraser pencil which I love. More precision. Okay, cleaning up gives me a sense of what I need to focus on, what I need to let go. Okay, for now this is good. I'm still working on refining the planes here. More precision in the petals now, okay? So articulation is the concept. Now see me go like all time lapse. Not literally time lapse. I'm not time lapsing on you. Real time, but faster, because now I have all this structure. I can go nice and fast. Ooh, fast. So fast or slow doesn't really define your skill level, okay? You can take as much time. Trust me, I was not a fast drawer. You can see, like, I'm spending my own sweet time because it's a meditation for me. जैसे meditation होता है, एक focal point है. So there are two types of meditation: convergent and divergent. Divergent is your focal point is moving. For example, a sound. A convergent is like your focal point is the same. For example, like mantra or क्या, or like Trataka, gazing at the what is that, candlelight. So that is convergent. So this is like a divergent meditation for me, that I am present, I am focused on all these movements that is happening across. That's why the speed has increased. So increasing the speed doesn't define me as a fast or a slow drawer or painter or artist. So articulation is a term used in music where you are hmm, maneuvering the notes in between the notes in between the notes. So now we had like those straight lines, very, very straight angles. Now we are breaking those lines into more lines. So essentially adding information within the information. It's like, so someone asks you, what's your name? You share your name. Then added information. Where do you live? That's added information. So it completes you. A little out. Having fun. I quickly clean up the line that I have moved. Essentially आप और extra information add कर रहे हैं. Oh, this thing is blocking. Okay. So in the other hand, like here, I have these tools, the eraser, pencil and brush. So you can quickly switch. That was blocking. Again, still very geometric, angular construction, but more representative. 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 Yeah. Representing what actually is. So जो पहले का था वो more abstract था. पहले का meaning the previous version with all those lines and all of that. That was more of an abstract representation. This is getting closer to reality. And the abstraction actually helped me get closer to reality. And eventually I'll do one more round of that abstraction. Now shading and shadow mapping, all of that takes time. That's like a longer class, and that needs more care, more of course everything needs more care, but I would invite you to like take it as a real class with me. But anyway, we'll do it, like why not? We'll if in the next class or so, if we continue working on this, we can do it, or I can do it offline and share it with you. Breathe. I think the previous one was accurate. No idea. No worries. We will figure. Changing angle slightly. Now I have held the pencil in tripod grip. अब मैंने tripod पे पकड़ा है. Not tripod पे, that's a whole different scenario. But tripod hold with 3 fingers. Everything is just coming together like magic. It's magic. Jadoo. Jadoo means magic. And Jadoo also means my beautiful Doberman back in India. I grew up with. His name is Jadoo. Magic. Okay, now here, this is the area I feel like, oh, there are lots of things happening. I need to first clean up to clearly see this new layer of information articulation. It served its purpose when it served. I don't need it. I thank it and let it go. How about first do something is still off. It's okay. So I was talking about shadings. Perhaps we can continue this in the next class and do the shading. Missing some info. That's okay. Go for the angles. This is how you define or like work with a plane, very planar geometric approach. So I just did like a plumb line scenario here. Traced this line of the petal where it connects to the other petal. Clean up. So notice that I'm not using the eraser to like just draw and rub because I didn't like it. I'm using the eraser as a part of the process, moving the drawing forward, not simply just sabotaging it and say that I didn't like it. And that's okay. Again, when I say that's okay, it's you give yourself permission to be a part of the process and not just let that process be a source of frustration or again sabotaging yourself. So no, okay, I was drawing with this. Chalo, this again little angle shift. I'm trying to find that angle. See, like the difference between the one that was a little sketch that I demonstrated, I was super quick, and this more intention, precision. So I was talking about the sun and the moon. The sun is the warmth, the giver. The moon is the receiver that receives the warmth of the sun, or the light of the sun. And the moon is cool, Shita. Shita means cool. Ushna means warm. some angle changes. So everything is moving forward, not like okay चलो रब करो नहीं अच्छा लगा. Use this drawing as a step forward. You know, just like when you're climbing stairs, you're not like, okay, no, this is the step I've reached and I'm gonna stay here. No, you climb all the way, yeah. So sometimes in like skill building, this is a skill. Anyone can build it, like all of you can build it. So in skill building, you can stay on like a step for a while and then go on, not climbing everything again linearly step by step. Perhaps when you're building skills, you climbed like 5 steps up and then went back 2 steps. That's a possibility too, and that's okay. Like, coming back to the idea that's not a linear journey, it's a cycle. Oh, the earth moves, rotates, and revolves, both movements. It's a cycle. The season come, the season change. So we're having spring. We are welcoming spring. Okay, I can go on a little bit longer because I'm loving this. By the way, this pencil, you can actually sharpen it. Clean, clean, clean. A very light cleaning, so I'm not like rubbing into it, just lightly. So if I rub into it again, the graphite pencil graphite will smear. That's not the intention. So now we can either pause here or take it like one step further, or pause here or take one step further. Choices, options. Actually, no, wait. Before taking one step further, I need to work on the central core. It's not there yet. So I'm finding planes on this. Like again, I talked about the planes. This is moving in the space like that. It's a cylinder. So I'll tell you how. Here. This pencil. Okay. This is moving in the space like that. That's why it has planes. But now that's like very straight zebra crossing. Okay. So how would I, see those planes moving in the space to create three-dimensionality? Oh wow. Look at that. What is it? Fun. Let me try that again. this self narrative. How do you narrate yourself what you're up to? If you like call something as a failure, label it as a failure, or versus like, yeah, it's fun, whatever it is, it's fine. So now here are the planes of that cylinder. That's not just like straight lines going like that, but more like these are all different planes. Okay? Oh, thankfully that was visible like that. Let's try and construct these planes here. After this, I'll stop. The next step will be next class, next Thursday, live. Eraser. So very carefully constructing this, like the top left plane, yeah, the side, rather the side top left plane, the side left plane, continues. Clean up. I didn't work with this petal, it seems. It's okay. So clean this up. Going down slightly. It's like a drum. Let's do this petal here. Yay, it's happening. What? Magic. Clean up. Clean up. Reiterate. This is iteration, I would say. Yeah, iteration is the word. Like iteration within. One way to iterate is you like draw one and then draw one more, a different flower, and so on. And the other way to iterate is iterations of the same as a part of the process method, moving it forward. Whew. Okay, breathe and continue. I wouldn't say it's exhausting, it's fun, and yes, it requires energy because you're so much absorbed, the brain consumes energy. So hence decided we will continue working on this, say for one more week. Not week, class, because the class will be in the next week. See, things had to move slightly. It's looking more like an illustration, but yes, in the next classes henceforth you will get a chance to see this complete little yeah, good. Slight angle changes and everything changes. Not everything, the vibe of it, the feel of it, and there is that core coming from the inside like that. Let me mark that core point. 3 stems are emerging. Stems? No idea. We shall find out. Okay, continuing the construction of that. Now inside, so for example, the shadow and light plane, like for example, inside. Okay, there is this plane that's in the shadow. That's what I'm going for. It's like a glass, yeah, or a cup. Imagine. Add a question mark and it becomes a cup. Fun. Drawing is fun. So let's do that. So now I'm holding the non-tripod grip, but like slightly closer. Like here. Okay, good. That's the inside plane. We construct that beautiful central area. Wait, what did I just do? Or like straight. This line is good. What's already there? Just need to drop one. So these are folds of the flowers. They're like planes. Each fold is not a random thing, random idea. Folds of fabric, folds of flower, folds of skin. They're not randomized things. Like careful plane changes. Plane. And as you can see me doing this live right in front of you, I am discovering. I would say figuring out is a beautiful idea that, okay, you figure something out, but there might be some stress associated with figuring out. This is more like, okay, I'm making a discovery of something. Oh, that's how it is. That's how it is. I'm in the state of awe and curiosity, in a discovery mode. Okay. Not much of this petal is visible because it's tucked behind. Hey, trying to get that. angle shift. Okay, I think this is a good point to pause, review everything. First clean up with the brush. Again, this won't stay like that. This is the first stage, construction. With my kneaded eraser, I'll take some time to clean up the construction lines. Okay. Wonderful. So this for me seems like an unresolved area. And again, I don't have to resolve it right away, but yeah, to the point where I'm satisfied, not necessarily dissatisfied. If something is like bugging me, bothering me, or to a state where I feel happy. I honor the initial construction, and that's where like coming back is helpful, because you have a new perspective. I would say you have a new sense of fresh vision, a new sense of vitality when you look at this. Clean up, connect. This is connected. So the brain consumes energy. Now it's like a little tired. So if I went beyond this and stress myself, then yeah, not doing any supportive action. So something life enhancing that I've learned is come back. You might be passionate to just do it and finish it and all of that. Come back. We've been working for not but how many? So 1 hour and 15 minutes. So that's my process. This is how I start. I will show you from the front. Okay. Finding ways to, let's see, turn this off. Oh, by the way, I have yellow floral earrings. These are from India. Because daffodil is yellow, right? That's why. Okay, better. Yay. See that? Gorgeous? Beautiful? We'll come back next week and continue working on this and map the light and shadow patterns. Okay? More articulation, light shadow patterns, some more fun, lots of philosophy. That's fun. Awesome. Take care. Good night. Good day. Lots of love. Bye.